Okay, so okay, so my dearest She the Geek of Melanin and Manga came to me and said, hey, I just recorded a mid-year freak out book tag and I would love to see you do one as well. Let's do it. Question 1, how many books have you read this year? Not a thing. Nothing. That's a lie. 15. I've been struggling. My books that I've DNF'd is much more than the books that I've finished reading. I've not been having it. I've not been having much luck. I've not been focusing. It's just, and 15 could be good for someone else. It's not my typical average by this point in the year. But like, whatever, it's fine. 2. Oh my God. 2. My favorite read so far this year. Again, not been having much luck. But so volume 16 of Blue Lock. I gave it 5 stars because everything in Blue Lock is getting 5 stars. This is an excellent series. Sport manga in general, sport manga, anime, always hits very good for me. Like, it hasn't failed me yet. So I'm obsessed, love it. I haven't actually watched the anime yet. I've been just reading the manga, but I'm sure the anime will be just as good. Because again, sports in comic fiction, always good. 3, best sequels that I've read this year. I haven't read any sequels. Easy. 4, what new releases have I not read yet? And 7 Seas has been going crazy with releasing danmei. Like, they've just discovered that danmei readers are hungry and have money. I unfortunately, despite all this behind me, do not have money. And so I had to very swiftly stop my like auto buying of danmei that I was on. Every new title with a danmei stamp on it, grabbed it. And then of course each title has like 37 volumes that go with it. Boom, 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 and I was grabbing them and I'm like, all right, I've got to stop. I don't have that kind of money right now. So buckethead going on. Where was I at? Yeah, I am but a pavo, so I cannot actually keep up like that as I was trying to do because it's so much. There's a bunch of new titles that I have not actually read yet. I have Legends of Exorcism, which in the very first video I was starting to read it and then backed out to start this little series instead. So there's that. And then I have a bunch that I have started, but then new volumes have come out and I just have not gathered them yet, but I will. Because I started thinking, I'm like, you know what, I'll just wait until I get to that story and I'm reading it, and then I will collect all the volumes so that I could just read the whole story at once. So then I've got like Peerless, Ballad of Sword and Wine, Beloved Pet Fish. I think all I had left was the final volume of that. But when I get to it, I'm just going to read all 4 of them again. And honestly, there's probably way more than that. It feels like a lot. There's so much. There's so many titles. I'm so behind. So basically, new releases that I haven't read yet, just any danmei right now. And then most anticipated releases, probably just more danmei. Honestly, so many, except, I don't know, there's so many titles, almost none of them I'm actually like familiar with. So I'm kind of just going in blind on every of them. So I don't know if I could really call any of them anticipated releases. There's Silent Reading by Priest I'm pretty interested to get to, but I don't know anything about it. I just know a lot of people have apparently been requesting it. Oh. Stars of Chaos is one that I need to finish. Anyways, I don't know if there's really anything that I'm anticipating. I did look up to try and see if there's supposed to be a new murder bot that's supposed to be coming out this year, but there's no estimated release date for that. That's really the only thing that I would think that I'm like anticipating right now. So I don't really have anything. There's nothing I'm looking forward to. Oh, that's sad. Question 6. My biggest disappointment. I've had a lot of flops this year, but I don't think there's really anything that I had like high hopes for to begin with. Beyond just your simple like, oh, this book interests me, I hope it's good. It's not. And that's just kind of like, I don't know. If I had to pick one that I think would be like the biggest disappointment so far, it would have to be The Priory of the Orange Tree. And to be fair, I do really think I knew that this was not going to be my cup of tea, just because I've met myself. But I definitely was got by just the hype, the FOMO. It's a big favorite for a lot of people that I know, and also just, it's massive. So I feel like it's almost reached kind of booksta rite of passage to try and conquer the beast. You know, take down the mountain, if you will, or something to that effect. It's just, it's got such this reputation of being a scary, intimidating book because of its sheer size. So there was this part of me that wanted to love it. I wanted to like it. I wanted to at least finish it to be able to say that I did. But honestly, I did maybe 50 pages if we're lucky before I decided, no, actually, I don't want to. Extra disappointing was that it was a buddy read, but that's less disappointing about the book, and that was disappointing in me. I abandoned my buddy fast. But it's just, I was reading it, and it's just, the writing was just kind of basic. Like, it just felt, it was not a tone of writing that I generally enjoy, and it certainly wasn't the tone that I was expecting for how hyped it was and how huge it is. And it's just like, I feel like I can tell already there's gonna be a bunch in here that doesn't need to be in here. And just, I don't know, I had to like realize that my motivation for reading it was less because I wanted to and more because I felt like I had to. I'd had this book in my possession for so long. So long. I had put it on so many I'm scared of this book lists, and just, I wanted to conquer it, and finally I was just like, why? Why? I don't know that I actually have any interest in reading this. I just feel like I have to for no reason. And the writing just did not appeal to me. It was just bland. On the other hand, book 7, biggest surprise. I also have nothing, honestly, because surprise to me suggests that I went into something with very low expectations, or didn't know anything about it kind of thing, and then was pleasantly surprised by like, wow, this book is pretty awesome. Like, I really enjoy this. No. Anything that I have enjoyed, I more or less expected to enjoy. So I can't say that I've really been surprised by anything. Question 8. Any new to me authors? And there have been a couple. Run Wild by Wu Ji. This one I probably could count as a surprise just because I went into this blind. It's one of those, it was Danmei. I was in auto buy mode, so I had it pre-ordered. And I enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. It's kind of Shameless, the TV show. You know, you got a bunch of teenagers running around acting like they're grown. This guy is the new one in town. There's dysfunctional parents. This teen's got a younger sibling that he's responsible for and he's taken care of. You know the deal. And of course, these two fall in love. It's a modern coming-of-age Danmei, which I don't see as often. They're all usually pretty historical fantasies. But yeah, I did enjoy this, and therefore I do kind of look forward. I don't actually know if this one has any more, or if this is their debut, or what. But I would be interested to see more from them. And also, less of a new author and more of a new to me author. Megan Whalen Turner. I finally have started this. I mean, it's almost like a classic fantasy at this point. And I finally started it. I enjoyed this one. I gave it 4 stars as well. And I'm looking forward to reading the rest of this series. Question 9, a new fictional crush? I've not liked any book like that yet, so my heart is still searching. Question 10, new favorite characters? I could bring the thief back and say Jen. I really enjoyed Jen, who is the titular thief. I found him to be just an interesting character, very smart, very smarmy. And the twist at the end kind of is opening up some more doors about his character, and I look forward to seeing how his behavior in book 2 might differ from book 1 now that we've had this reveal about him. So I'd say Jen would be a new favorite character. I look forward to seeing more of his shenaniganries. Dragon Age, Mage Killer. Most of my glowing review about this was my newfound fascination with Tessa. She was an amazing character and I enjoyed her a lot. I loved her. Her voice is primarily the kind of narration style of the book, and she was just a lot of fun, very funny. Her dynamic with Marius and the way she treats him is my favorite part of said dynamic. And I mean, look at her, she's so fun. Dragon Age in general always has really excellent female characters. So question 11, books that made you cry. I don't cry. Question 12, books that made you happy. I don't be happy. Question 13, the most beautiful books that you've received or bought this year. These. I've been collecting the hardcover special editions of Heaven Official's Blessing. I knew I shouldn't have, and I wasn't gonna, because it's clearly a cash grab. But I did start thinking, well, I'll just unhaul my paperbacks, and that will justify getting these, right? It makes sense. But then, look at those gorgeous edges. Gorgeous. Of course it means that I can't put my tabs. I can't spoil these. I can't spoil this art with my nonsense tabs. So I have to keep both, but whatever. But I mean, look at them. They're so beautiful. Like, even the inside. This second one. Look at him. He's so handsome. He's easily my favorite love interest of the MXTX love interests in general. He's my fictional crush, but he's not new, so it doesn't count. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Oh, he's so cool. He is a bad guy, yes. But he's my favorite bad guy. He's such a good villain. This one, book 4, has the beef leaf arc with the Venerable of Empty Words. My favorite. It's so creepy. It also stuffs them into a single coffin. Look, beef leaf. It's definitely beef leaf. It is a little, like, because I'm not going to read these. They're just to display and look at and admire. And I feel bad about that because, like, am I wasting my money? Maybe. But they're so gorgeous, I don't care. Like, I can't take the money with me when I perish. So, like, why not be able to enjoy staring at something whilst I'm alive? And thus we come to the final question. Question 14. What are some books you need to read this year? Anyways, and so that's that. My mid-year book freak out tag. I wish I'd had more to freak out about. Maybe next year. I don't know. It was fun though. I'm glad that I was asked to do it. I hope it was like semi as enjoyable as you were hoping it would be. And anyways, so yeah, let me know if you recognized any of the books I mentioned, if you agree on any of the books I mentioned. Feel free to answer any of these questions that you want. Make your own video, make a books to post, because like I feel like the only people who watch these are my books to friends. So I know you're watching this. Make a post. Tag me in it so I see. Anyways. All right, bye.